A New York Knicks rising star has just been stolen by one of their biggest rivals, and with Leon Rose making the decision for the New York Knicks to move forwards with PJ Tucker instead of going in a different direction, now all signs point to this, as there's only one option for the New York Knicks left for that final roster spot, and we are going to break all of this down. So a lot to talk about, guys. What's up? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you guys are not subscribed and are part of that 64% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest yet, make sure to subscribe. We are so close to 13,000 subs, under 30 to go. I'm so excited with the way this channel has been growing. It means the world to me. You guys have been killing it. I appreciate it so much, but let's jump into the video because we'd rather all talk about basketball. Look, the New York Knicks, they lost out on one of their rising stars who's looking right at me now. What are you looking at, Chuma? Chuma Okeke, who unfortunately just got signed by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, Okeke was signed by the Cavs last night, as revealed by Shams, who said the Cleveland Cavaliers and former first-round pick Chuma Okeke have agreed to a deal, filling out the East leaders' final spot on their open roster. Sources tell ESPN Okeke averaged 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists for the NBA G League Westchester Knicks this season. This was a guy who the New York Knicks loved in Chuma Okeke, who has been signed away from them multiple times right now. First to a 10-day to the Philadelphia 76ers, and then a month later to a 10-day to the Philadelphia 76ers, playing 7 games this season, averaging 7 points per game and 6 rebounds, using that 7-foot wingspan to his advantage, while also getting 2 assists, shooting 54% from the field and 45% from 3 with a 16.6 PER. All those numbers are better than his career averages. After he struggled to stay healthy with the Orlando Magic and had his role changed a bunch and his position changed, things got weird for Okeke, and the former holy stutter. The former Auburn standout really found his way with the 76ers in those games as they were down the stretch and looking to more younger options for this team, realizing the direction that the season was going in. But Okeke then went back to the New York Knicks as the Sixers eventually decided to pick up Lonnie Walker instead. So Okeke was with the Knicks, and he was one of the front runners to get that final roster spot with the Knicks. That's not technically open, but it is expected the Knicks are going to add someone else through waiving another player, especially with the influx of point guards on this roster, with all of them getting healthy as well. If you don't know about that, check out my last 2 videos that I've released on this channel. But outside of that, guys, Okeke was a clear Tom Thibodeau guy. I mean, excellent perimeter defense, hits the corner 3, loves to shoot that corner 3 shot, does a lot of the intangible dirty work as well. Okeke, not afraid of anyone, can guard 4 positions, all but center. So clearly this is a big loss for the New York Knicks, as they definitely had a ton of interest in bringing Okeke to the team. And as Shams mentioned, he was great for the Westchester Knicks this season, averaging 17.5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 36% from 3 and 42% from the field. Okeke was very good with the Knicks, or with the Westchester Knicks, I should say, and never got his chance to come up to the big club. And he was someone who I really thought was going to get the nod over TJ Warren because the way he fits into a team-oriented style. The Cavaliers saw that, and now Okeke is on the Cleveland Cavaliers, strengthening already the top seed in the Eastern Conference. Now, I don't think the Cavs are the best team in the East. I do think they are the second best team. I've kind of denied that all season long, but they are. It's fair. I still think the New York Knicks, if they faced off the Cavs, could easily beat them. I'm not saying they would easily beat them, but I'm saying they could easily beat them. With Jalen Brunson, with Mitchell Robinson, with a full healthy team, I do think the Knicks would give the Cavs a lot of trouble. They do have a better big man duo than the Cavs do. I mean, Mitchell Robinson's better than Jared Allen, argue with a wall, and Karl-Anthony Towns is an NBA superstar, so he's better than both those guys. I understand Evan Mobley's breaking out, but still, I'm taking Towns, and I think if you don't, you're either a Cavs fan or you recently hit your head. So hopefully neither of those things happen, because I mean, imagine being a Cavs fan. It means you probably live in Ohio, man. Isn't that like the joke that the young people make nowadays at like Ohio? Or I don't know, guys. I wasn't cool in high school. I'm not cool now. I don't know what's going on with these young people nowadays. But look, I do know that the New York Knicks can add another guy to this roster, and all signs point to it being one guy, because the other guys they've lost out on TJ Warren, who left the Westchester Knicks after the Knicks signed PJ Tucker. So it felt like it would be Chuma Okeke after PJ Tucker got signed, have one wing who's going to play and one guy who's a good veteran leader. That didn't happen. So now there's only one name left with Warren out of the picture, and that is Moses Brown. I talk about Moses Brown probably more than I talk about most of my family members to other people. So Moses Brown has become an integral part of my life. And at this point, if he just doesn't get signed to the Knicks, I think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown, guys. So first of all, for some context about me very quickly and my Moses Brown love, he went to a high school in New York that I considered going to. He ended up playing with Karl-Anthony, I believe, Archbishop Malloy, and he's a New Yorker, which I love. I've also thought for the last 5 years that Moses Brown is an NBA-level player and has hardly been able to stick around outside of 60-ish games, like 46-something games with the Oklahoma City Thunder when they were really bad. Moses Brown put up like 8 points and 8 rebounds per game, and for some reason, no one else signed him. It was really weird. He's a 7'2" guy who can protect the rim, catch lobs, get offensive rebounds at a high rate, score the ball really well at the low block. He gives a lot to a team. And, well, since then, he's mainly been in the G League, and that I just think feels wrong. And he found his way to the Westchester Knicks, which I was super happy about because they'd be within the Knicks organization. They're really good at developing big men. He's 25 years old, still has a much higher ceiling than what he's hit right now, but he's already shown that he is just one hell of a basketball player. I mean, Moses Brown has been phenomenal. This season with the Westchester Knicks, averaging 18 points and 17 rebounds per game. The man is just absolutely absurd, and we've seen it time and time again with Moses Brown. I mean, the Westchester Knicks were eliminated by the Maine Celtics in the G League playoffs, but Moses Brown did whatever it took to try to help them win. He had 27 points on 10 for 16 shooting, and a nice, 26 rebounds with 4 blocks. That's his second game with 25 and 25. So, he's an NBA level player, clearly. He's clearly an NBA level role player if he's doing that in the G League. But he's in the G League, and it makes no sense because the Knicks need another big man. They have 48 point guards on the roster. Maybe you release one of them and you add Moses Brown. That makes sense, does it not? I love the idea of Moses Brown in the New York Knicks because here's the deal, guys. There's going to be a lot of situations where I think the Knicks are going to want to start Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson together in the playoffs. There's moments where they're going to bench Josh Hart and have him come off and be a super sub, and I think it'll help the bench a lot because it'll give him a lot more structure. And also, Josh Hart's just one of the best players in the Knicks, so having him come off the bench would be helpful. The Knicks do look a lot deeper when Mitchell Robinson's healthy because you have 6 starting level players. Also, Deuce McBride's a good 6th man, so then you have your 6th man as a 7th man. You could put in Deuce and Hart together for Mitch and Mikal Bridges, and then have Mikal come back in and kind of run with the bench unit guys like the Cameron Payne / DeLon Wrights of the world and Deuce and all that stuff, and it would work out well, and eventually Mitch would come back in for Karl-Anthony Towns. They could work that out, and also they could have Moses Brown as another big man that they could use if they're starting Mitch and Towns and they need to use a third center. Instead of using Precious, who's undersized and at points isn't really performing well enough, you have Moses Brown as your complete insurance option. And why would you not want that? I mean, Moses Brown is just clearly going to help the Knicks with depth. He's going to help the Knicks with offensive rebounding. Mitchell Robinson still not playing back-to-backs, so Moses would have a great chance to get in there and do some damage. But Moses Brown is just sitting at home in New York, not on the New York Knicks yet, and that is making me absolutely infuriated to think about because the man deserves it, and I want to see him succeed. Moses Brown with the Dallas Mavericks played 4 games on a 10-day contract. He averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds per game with 1 steal and 1 block per game. Now, the first 2 games, he didn't play a lot of minutes. He played 12 minutes that first game, and the stats weren't great. I'm not going to lie. He had 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Given in 12 minutes, that's not bad. It's really not. Then the next game, he played 9 minutes, and he had 7 points and 7 rebounds in 9 minutes, which is phenomenal. I mean, I'm not very good at math, so I'm not going to be able to calculate 9 times 5. Yeah, basically, it's per 36 minutes, that's a lot, is what I'm going to say. I tried to do the math in my head, and I failed. But so the Mavericks said, well, maybe we should play him more. So Jason Kidd gave Moses Brown a nice 31-minute game. And what did Moses Brown do? He put up 20 points and 11 rebounds. The next game, he gets 22 minutes, puts up 18 points and 9 rebounds. Moses Brown can ball. He's shown it at the NBA level. He's shown it at the NBA G League level more than just being able to ball. He's been the best player in the G League. And now he is done with his time in the G League for this season and really for what should be the foreseeable future, as this man deserves to be an NBA player, and it's absolutely absurd that he's not one. So, Leon, you know what to do. Add Moses Brown before he gets signed by another team, and then we look at that team and we look at Moses Brown playing well, and we think, well, maybe we should have added him. That could have been helpful in the playoffs. So hopefully Leon Rose does end up doing that. I get you have to waive someone. I'm going to be honest. Do it. Just do it. I don't care. Waive someone for Moses Brown. He's better than some players in the Knicks, and we're not going to act like he's not. So I would love to see Moses Brown get a chance with the Knicks. It is interesting to see. With DeLon Wright playing well, DeLon Wright was the initial answer for who you'd waive. Now things become a bit more complicated. If you want to go forwards with DeLon Wright, I mean, you consider waiving Cameron Payne, if I'm being honest. I know he's had a good run, but at the same time, you got a lot of point guards. You're not going to play him in the playoffs. You know? You got some options here. So, or you just waive DeLon Wright anyway. Shout out DeLon Wright. He's been great. But at the same time, Moses Brown is more of a team need than these 5 point guards when Jalen Brunson's going to be playing 40 minutes a game in the playoffs. So, that's my 2 cents on it personally. You add Moses Brown, you ask questions later, and then you enjoy the fact that Moses Brown is in a Knicks jersey. That's what you do. Guys, do you want Moses Brown on this team? How do you feel about the Knicks losing out in Okeke? I'm going to be honest. I would have loved both these guys on the Knicks more than a few players on the Knicks. I'm not going to say who, but there's guys on the Knicks that I'd rather Moses Brown and Chuma Okeke on the team than some of them. So, all right, I'm not going to lie. PJ Tucker's one of them because it's like, I get it. I get the vibes thing. I totally do. It's not lost to me. I think every team needs a vibes guy, but at the same time, the Knicks also need a better bench. So, there's a few different guys that could cut. You can add better players. I know I'm not a GM. I know I'm not reading into all this. I understand the salary cap is an issue for the Knicks, and you can't just start waving people and picking other people up because you don't have the room, but come on, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe. Please subscribe. We are so close to 13,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there before the NBA playoffs. We're on that grind. We have so many videos coming out this weekend. I think you guys are going to enjoy them. Well, I hope you do anyway. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, really appreciate it. And if you're still here, you're the GOAT. Have a great day. And go New York Knickerbockers, established 1947.